Zelsis is holding on to that showstopper, that rocket. It's often used kind of as a bit of a counterplay. If they try and aggressively take halls here, might end up just using it as a bit of a counter movement. But no, it looks like V1 were just threatening for the moment.
And it's actually working. Yeah, it's working really nicely. These small feints from version 1 in the early round are actually opening the door for B hits.
Yep. Showstopper gets used right into the back of it, but it's actually Sentinels who are the ones who come out with the kills. Dapper gets the pick onto Whippy. That was with the molly that's laid down, and Sick is doing magic. The numbers he's putting up right now, Xander left alone. It's a 1v3 for him, and he knows no opportunity to get that spike down.
And not at all. Version 1 had their opening. They'd crafted this opportunity where it was only Zombs that was the threat.
Oh, well, this time.
The site anchor is just so good. He's got the spike, though, Xander.
Yeah, 50 seconds left.
He's wiggling his way out. This would be a tough 1v3 to win, but he might have the opportunity. The problem here is he's going to be running into this trademark, and it's global. They're pinging it out. Xander knows it's going to be there, but at the same time, it is just going to give them all the info. That Xander's wiggled his way out, has the spike, and there's not going to be any time for Xander to reposition.
How does he even begin to think about winning this one? The stun in the usual location. You've got to be kidding me! Don't let him get away with that one. The swing was there. It was almost amazing, but somehow, sometimes you look at Xander play, he's in those situations, and the reason...
Oh my word, that was...
I didn't want to count him out.
That was nearly...
I didn't want to count him out.
He was stunned up.
The man's one-tapping.
His first bullet accuracy is phenomenal.
Oh, look at this.
Pens just got
no way
bopped, and so did Shaz.
No way.
But at the same time, they did manage to clean it up. That's a breach ult for any retake attempt.
Yep. Lay down the pit in halls here. Need to buy space for Dapper. There's a risk of him being pushed, disrespected, but it looks like they're just holding it now. It's going to give them really good peace of mind, I think, into the later rounds, unless the timing gets caught against Dapper. And the slow move across the ropes for V1. They're grouping up for something here.
It does look like a dish push. It's normally a pretty good response to a Viper's Pit coming out in A main, because you know that they're not going to be playing the dish side of the map aggressively. You can take out this trademark, get onto the site. The problem is you never really have halls as a safe place to play in the post plant. They're going to hope that Penny can find a timing to kill Dapper or Tens later on. Oh, okay. Xander got caught by that breach ult there.
Yep, all's being used here. Dapper just spraying. I don't think he had too much information to really glean from that one, but it instantly forces out that res. V1, the side just needs to try and get this plant down, but still the kill's just returning. Sentinels doing the damage, doing the work as they're trying to push around this one, but luckily the coverage is once more there. Ball's held down, Spike's still not there. 4v1 in terms of the plant going down. Regroup, stun. Some space to try and burst down that wall. Shaz just on top of it, a slight pixel for him. 3 kills on top of it. The retake is great.
The retake is fantastic there. I think both teams played that really nicely. Version 1 had a good idea to burst out through dish. He said it's not the same as last year.
Yeah.
This feels like Sentinels back to how they used to play. This feels like they've figured something out in this short break.
Glimpses of it. Glimpses of it.
Maybe just a mentality shift, but all right, Penny's going to make you pay for that one. He's got the only rifle in the round and wins the chamber duel.
Dapper's re-clearing this by himself. The wall goes down. Surely you clear this corner. Being held! There's a half clear from Dapper.
Is this cannot be another Thrifty that Sentinels lose.
Sick is going to be able to clean that one up into the place that it could be. Push coming through, but
movement around the map, they're so decisive.
Yep.
Xander's IGLing loves taking advantage of opportunities like this. You've already drawn the rotates to A.
Pressure on Tens.
How does Tens deal with this?
Holding it down, the flashes, has to go for the spray transfer, but can't find it. Someone's from the back of Jenny. There's 1 to his name. Will he get the second one? The answer is yes.
Spike down, B.
Yes, and gives him a good angle as well. He just can't be traded with 40 seconds now. Oh, wow! Is there even a pocket for him to hide into? The answer is no. Xander uses it just to take the timing, pushes back onto the site, still taken out. Whippy, only a sheriff in his hand in this 1v1 with the wall dropped. The spike is dropped onto the site. Does Sick even know? Is he aware of this?
I don't think so. Sick was staring towards
He might
defender spawn.
You gotta be kidding me. The wall's about to break. This timing is horrible for him. He anticipates that he could be getting pushed from any angle but the reposition. 10 seconds. He's waiting to hear that spike at least be popped. And Whippy took the gamble.
And he's not got enough time. Not even close. Sick was thinking about the backstab, but takes the better percentage play. Just waits. Well aware of what was going on by the look of it. It looked like he was a bit confused earlier, but once that Sage wall was breaking, he demonstrated excellent grace in maneuvering around that.
I think it was tell being, I think that there was no real attempt to plant a spike.
Sure.
You know, it was just kind of left there in the corner.
Anything. That the wall is so much smaller than the smokes, and you can just get that sightline over the top of it. Both Zombs and Sick finding picks in that manner. But it was a thrifty for version 1.
Flash through now with weapons in hand. Quick little jiggle from Xander. He knows there's a player there. Shot! They timed it. He TPs right into the aftershock as they were pushing in, but Dapper, what a timing, could catch something here. Only gets to one eventually before being traded. V1, they've gained control of the site.
That was such a cool play by both teams. Not only the aftershock to punish Shazam, but then Shaz was bait for Dapper. Ends up being a 4v3 though in the post plan for version 1.
Drops down the pistol to try and open up the door.
But Whippy sees it. He knows it's a fake.
He knows it's a fake. Anticipation for it now. Tens with the ult. He knows they're all going to be grouped up around there. So much damage.
How did it not find a pick?
This nade from Zelsis just to push them away for a moment. Now the smoke, it fades. Sick has worked his way in, but he does not have any sort of flashes to work with. The Rolling Thunder and Zelsis, well, he's taking point for the rest of his team. The ultimate sets it up nicely. V1 do not let Sentinels get comfortable. Players are flushing out. Half Armor Guardian on Sen.
It looks so rough.
I mean, there's more rounds left to be played here. Shaz, Border Force. Has to be careful. Look at that. The space was created and taken by Pennies. He had his own ultimate in hand.
How many more did they see? All 5 players of version 1 are stacked outside halls. But I think they only know the breach, raise, chamber are here.
Oh my god, the swing timing.
What a play.
It's perfect.
That's so good. When the boombot comes out, the defensive AWP is always going to want to find that peak, and the flash comes through immediately afterwards. Tens just getting dominated by the raise ultimate play being out of play as well.
Penny, well, starting to come alive. Top of the scoreboard for his team as far as I'm concerned, I think.
They've just got such a perfect read on what Sentinels want to do with their utility on defense there. That is a masterclass round by V1. But a reminder that they are still behind. The best case scenario for them in this half is a 6-6.
They're setting themselves up for it quite nicely. Because look, I mean, Sentinels forcing in this round, players have to save this. I mean, obviously it's the percentage play, but Dapper, it's not ideal for him. He doesn't want to save the Spectre coming into this.
Not at all. There is a possibility he can find a cheeky pick and maybe upgrade to a Vandal.
Yeah.
But it's not likely.
And I think
Sentinel's economy is not looking good after this. Oh, hello.
Catches the one, tries to go for the spray down.
But he goes down. That's another player on Sentinels that has to rebuy a rifle and armor in the next. They don't have Shazam's ultimate to rely on anymore. And Tens, well, he's not playing the Jet, so there's no Blade Storm there to help your economy.